Hi, welcome to the Avocalypse live microphone shootout. I'm Anders Beck.
And I'm Nicholas Selman.
We are members of the Swedish a cappella group Avocalypse. In an a cappella group, the only instruments are the singers' voices. So when we go on stage, it is very important for us to have equipment that gives us the best representation of our voices. And probably the most important components of this equipment are the microphones.
So, a while ago we decided to upgrade our sound system with new microphones.
Now, buying high-quality microphones for 6 singers is quite a big investment, so it was important for us to know which microphone that is the ideal choice.
Many performance and sound engineers seem to be okay using classical all-round microphones. For example, the Shure SM58. However, there are at least 20 different brands producing microphones for live performances. So how do you choose wisely from so many alternatives?
In Avocalypse, the most important demand we put on our microphones is that they offer high and reliable quality on stage during live performances.
We set out to test 10 different microphones from 7 different brands to find out which one is the best choice for live performances, with high demand on vocal sound representation.
This is the first part of a series of videos in which we present the test, the result, and the conclusions. Welcome to the Avocalypse live microphone shootout.
Come in and stay a while. Cast the world.
We recorded a simple barbershop song named Come In and Stay a While. This track was later used as the backing track. Every member had to sing their own part of the song together with the track over and over with each microphone. The backing track was set to a rather moderate level, not to interfere with the testing of the microphones. Here you have the end of the backing track recording.
To take the time, pleasantries can be some help. If you search until you find the one who takes your fondest dream and turns it into now. So let this place be your North Star. Come in and stay a while.
We already had a few different microphones in our possession. In addition, we borrowed some from our local dealer, making it a total of 9 microphones to be tested. As a reference, we used the famous Röde M2 tube microphone, that is a studio microphone particularly developed for singing.
The 9 microphones tested in this shootout were the Shure SM58, the Beyerdynamic Tg-V50d, the Röde M2, the Röde S1, the Audio Technica 2010, the Electro RE410, the Sennheiser E965 and the Sennheiser E865, and the Neumann KMS105.
Now, this is important. We wanted to judge the sound quality in live situations rather than in studio environments. Therefore, we used stage equipment only for all recordings. After all, it's rather unusual to find, for example, preamps such as Avalon or Focusrite on stage. So, let's see how we put this out all together.
And now for some technical mumbo-jumbo. All microphones were connected to our mixing desk using standard Nutric cables, in this case Yamaha 01V. The recording signal went through AD conversion inside the Yamaha desk and fed our computer using ADAT. That way we ensured that our original preamps were used and the signal not affected by any studio gear. To make sure all microphones had equal gain before recording, we used a sine sweep signal, 20 Hz to 20 kHz, at a fixed distance. RMS calculations were used for finding the right amplification for every input. After some corrections, all microphones were within ±0.5 dB gain. This is really important since different gains might give you the idea that one microphone outperforms another. Before the shootout, we tested every microphone for feedback rejection. We simply used a single monitor and a Waves Reverb plugin through Logic. The microphone was armed and the signal fed to the monitor. Then we decreased the distance between the microphone and the monitor. When the microphone started to give feedback, we measured the distance to the monitor. That way we estimated the rate of feedback rejection for each individual microphone.
Come in and stay a while, cast the world aside for now. Give yourself a
In the first session, every member sang their part of the song, with each of the microphones one after the other. The singer then judged 4 aspects of the microphones using a 1 to 5 scale. We evaluated the feeling of using the microphone, the feeling of singing in the microphone, the build quality of the microphone, and how the microphone affected the intonation. For obvious reasons, this part of the shootout was not blinded in any way. We always knew what microphone we were using. However, the results were kept secret from the other members of the group, so we had no chance of discussing our grades during the actual event, thus influencing each other. Let's listen to some examples of the recordings while changing between different microphones and different singers.
come in and stay a while, cast the world aside for now. Give yourself a chance to breathe and try your best to smile. Sometimes it's hard to relax, but you need to take the time. Pleasantries can be some help if you search until you find.
Come in and stay a while. Cast the world aside for now. Give yourself a chance to breathe and try your best to smile. Sometimes it's hard to relax, but you need to take the time.
Come in and stay a while. Cast the world aside for now. Give yourself a chance to breathe and try your best to smile. Sometimes it's hard to relax, but you need to take the time. Pleasantries can
You have just heard just a few examples of all the 60 different recordings we made during the first session. We kept on working for 2 days with all the recordings, one after the other. After singing in each microphone, we made our judgments and continued with the next microphone. After the first session, we analyzed the subjective results of our grades and asked each member to pick their favorite microphone. The individual answers were kept secret from the other members. So, how did the members choose after the first session? Our first soprano, Linnea, found the Röde S1 to be her favorite microphone. It had a clear frequency response for her voice, and she always heard herself in the mix. She especially found it easy to get her performance in pitch. In the group as a whole, the microphone was awarded an average score of 4.25. The silver medal was awarded to the Neumann KMS105 with an average score of 4.13. And the bronze medal went to the Sennheiser E965 with an average score of 3.75. Our second soprano, Sara, picked the Neumann KMS105 as her favorite. She felt very comfortable using the microphone and it was very easy to stay in pitch. The Neumann KMS105 received a top-notch average score of 5, followed by the Electro RE410, which got 4.75 points. The bronze medal went to the Röde S1 with 4.5 points. Our alto, Annie, also picked the Neumann mic as her favorite, for the same reasons that Sara stated earlier. Annie had some minor complaints about the construction, but nothing that affected the sound quality. The Neumann KMS105 got 4 points, followed by the Electro RE410 at 3.87 points. The bronze medal was shared between the Röde S1 and the Sennheiser E865, which both received 3.5 points. Our first tenor, Niklas, also picked the Neumann mic with great confidence. He found that there were several superb microphones in this test, but the Neumann KMS105 was the best one to distinguish his voice when singing both loud and soft parts, and therefore it reached first place with an average score of 4.5. The silver medal went to the Röde S1 at 4.38 points, and the bronze to the Sennheiser E965 with 4 points. Our second tenor, Per-Åke, found 2 competitors to be equally good. He therefore picked them both as his best choice. These microphones were the Röde S1 and the Neumann KMS105. While the Neumann was the better microphone in the softer parts, the Röde S1 had a slightly better brilliance throughout the performance. Both microphones received 4 points and shared first place. The bronze medal went to the Audio Technica 2010. Finally, my own choice as a bass singer was the Neumann KMS105. With this microphone, I found it very easy to intonate, and my voice was easy to distinguish in the mix. I also liked the design, which fit with the way I prefer to hold a microphone. The Neumann received 4.38 points. The silver medal was shared between 2 other good choices, the Sennheiser E965 and the Electro RE410, which both received 4.25 points. So that concludes our subjective results after the first session. In the next episode we will continue with session 2 and the listening test, and finally name the winner of this test. See you again soon.